ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
A 3-yard pickup.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a run back here from Harris. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half with Camaro. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Camara. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Jones on the return. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Carr now to throw. Looking for more, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive on the ground. Camara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Again, it's Camara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Brandon, This is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. From the gun, it's Carr. His throw is going to be incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Miller running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. 1st down Raiders, Carr to Waller. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a 1,000-yard rusher is a rookie. It's Josh Jacobs. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
That's the score. Raiders 21, Saints 13. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw it out the window? And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Carl Nassif. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And it's third down.
Now Breeze on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Breeze pass intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Jones. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line.
Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down now. It's Jacobs, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Breeze. It's brought in by Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Complete to Jared Cook.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age. But Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April. Had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games. And that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys.
Lamar Miller, the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Lamar Miller, 75 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Raiders 34. Saints.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st down, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
New Orleans.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Harris. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit on the sideline?
And that is incomplete. He took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready. 95, 56. We're good, we're good.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now, Breeze again. This is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Eric Harris who puts it, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up
again, it's Miller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Las Vegas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.